But then
You know?
there's a lot of those people that, for example, crossed the border illegally 20 years ago. They've been living here, they've been paying taxes.
Yes.
Yes, is crossing the border illegal? Is it a felony? Yes. But have they committed a crime beyond that? As far as, no, if they've worked, they've paid their taxes, they're law abiding citizens. That's where I have an issue.
Now, did that child, have the option to come or not? His parents likely brought him, but then we had that DACA under Obama, right? The Dream Act,
Hmm.
to benefit these kids who came in with their parents and had no idea, and for their entire lives they think I'm a United States citizen, and then they find out they're not. That's why they had that DACA enacted.
In my humble opinion, I truly do think that individuals who enter the country, whether it's through asylum or illegally, and contribute to society, pay taxes, work their asses off, and don't commit crimes, should be able to take advantage of some sort of government entity or some sort of government project, because they are taxpayers at the end of the day, to be able to, I guess you would say, affordably gain citizenship, whether it's through a green card and then eventually go and become a citizen. Because they're taxpayers at the end of the day. They're going in there, they're working their asses off, they aren't committing crimes, and they're paying their taxes.
Now, I'll say one thing, I'll add on to this. When you talk about the asylum, the asylum is a process where they have legal documentation to be here and hopefully be able to attain some type of permanent legal status. But if somebody's entered illegally, that in and of itself is that crime. So we kind of need to differentiate, I think, on that.
Okay.
Right?
Because, so you're basically asking for like how, the courts have a public defendant.
Something like
For
that.
there to be an immigration attorney for the public who can't afford to hire their own private attorney.
When migrants, undocumented migrants are arrested, they're given a whole list of free legal services.
Oh, are there?
Yeah, it's
Really?
it's part of the process. You're here, you've been arrested for immigration violations, and you have no proof of legal residency. Here's your paperwork, sign here, and do you want to go see a judge? Yes. Here's a list of free legal services that you can reach out to.
Alex, dude, let's say, for example, somebody does enter the country illegally. They work their asses off, and as I said, they pay their taxes, and they get caught. Are they deported right away, or is there like a process that they go through where they're questioned and they actually run a background check on these individuals to see, hey, you know what? Maybe these people aren't as bad as we think.
I don't know the exact process now under this administration, but if somebody's here is arrested and they have no documentation, yeah, they're going to be removed from the country. There's a difference between being removed and repatriated and being deported. When you're deported, you go before an immigration judge, and it is a formal hearing. You say, I think I have a right to be in the United States. You plead your case, and that immigration judge makes that ultimate decision and says, no, you are being deported for X. The rest of the individuals that get removed are just removed under immigration for the immigration violation itself for being here undocumented.
Yeah.
There's no formal deportation, and there's a significant difference between that, because we talked about it earlier, where if somebody is deported and they're convicted of a crime here and they return, they're in violation of 1326, which is reentry after deportation, which is that felony. So there's a bit of a difference in there.
I heard of a great idea that someone was actually giving online.
What is it?
So let's say you have the illegal aliens, and they just hunt down pedophiles, and then we'll just call it Alien versus Predator.
Oh, goodness.
And then they get citizenship.
And they get citizenship as a reward.
We do need a more streamlined approach to legal migration for individuals coming to this country. They used to have something called the Bracero program for migrant farm workers, where here's your visa, here's your permit. You come in, and there's a lot of individuals that just want to come and work for a certain period of time, collect money, and go back to Mexico. And that program doesn't exist anymore. Something along those lines, I think, would really be beneficial to the country as a whole, and to individuals that really want to come here legally, come here for 6 months to a year, work the fields, work the crops, and follow them around, collect your money, and then they want to return to the country of origin. Yeah. And because the money goes a long way there.
Yeah, because if they don't do some of these jobs, who's going to do it? The white guy in front of Walmart collecting.
I hear this a lot. Who's going to do this? Who's going to do that? And I hear it from a lot of different media sources. The Mexicans do more than just housekeeping and gardening, and there's other people that can do these jobs too. It's not a Mexican job, and I'm not saying that you said that, But that bothers me when I hear people talk about that. We're, as a culture, we're a lot more than that. It's the hardworking,
But when's the last
individuals.
time you've hired a white gardener or an Asian gardener? Have you ever had one?
I'm my gardener, so I hired myself.
Okay. Have you ever had an Asian gardener?
Leave California, go to the Midwest. You'll see lots of white gardeners. You'll see lots of Asian gardeners. You'll see a nice, diverse group of gardeners.
The only gardeners you're going to see in the Midwest is 16-year-old white kids.
Well, that's there's no problem with that.
I have no problem with that. But what I've been here, like I said, close to 40 years. I have never seen an Asian gardener, a white gardener. And this is, again, it's nothing against Hispanics. All I'm saying is that if they're not here, I don't think people in LA, at least, I've never lived in Idaho, I don't know. But at least the people in LA, I don't see a white guy coming in and doing.
They will have to get their lawns mowed. They will have certain jobs will have to be done. Now, whether it's through white people, whether it's through brown people, whether it's through black people, whether it's through Asians, it doesn't matter. If the job has to be done, it will get done. It may take time to adjust to it because we're so numb and used to it.
And then you'll pay $500 a month instead of $150.
No, why would it be $500?
Of course it will.
Maybe little Tommy will start mowing lawns for an extra couple bucks
because
a
the
week.
culture is different. Look, how many in American families, white American families, right? The parents can't wait until the kids are 18 to kick them out of the house. Hispanic families, the kids could live there till they're 30.
It's not only Hispanic families. I think it's a majority of immigrant families.
Yes. Why? Because the family dynamics, the culture is different, which means the father can continue to do gardening and whatever he does and make $4,000 a month because his kids are still living with him and they may be contributing $1,000 a month or $500 a month. Whereas a typical white family doesn't have that. So they cannot mow your lawn for $150 a month once a week. If you enjoyed this short clip, go ahead and click here to watch the full episode. And make sure to click here to subscribe to our channel to watch all other episodes of the WiseNuts podcast.